All right, everybody. It is 2 o'clock p.m. and it is time for Soul Pose Saturday. And once again, it's me. It's that VINCE. And folks, it is cold out there today. It is 20 degrees. Now, after the live stream, the midnight run last night, once I went into my living room, it was nice and toasty, you know. But I came in here this morning, it was like 15 degrees. So, I mean, I literally had ice on my windows. It was bad, folks. It was real bad. But I'm okay. No regrets. The great one's fine. You know, I still got all my toes. I ain't got no frostbite. I ain't going to urgent care or anything like that. But speaking of urgent care, of course, this is normally a Q&A live stream, but someone sent me this very interesting video. Apparently, someone else wants to fight my cousin, my dear cousin, Vegan Gains. Therefore, I shall give them the opportunity. Let's go ahead and review the video and see what we got right here, folks. And hopefully it'll be minty. I've only watched one of the videos, but we're going to watch the most recent one. It's actually from another vegan, and this seems to be a trend, actually. Hang tight just a minute, folks. Nothing like having telemarketers give me a call. Get a telemarketing call on a live stream. Ain't that rich, folks? Isn't that not rich? All right, so let's go ahead and check out the trend here. This guy's name is Vegan Definition, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that he is a vegan indeed. That seems to be a trend with my cousin. He seems to get into arguments and fistfights with other fellow vegans. And you would think that, you know, vegans are generally supposed to get along, but I guess I was wrong! Wrong! But anyway, let's go ahead and play this here and see what's going on with this.
Bobby would never do, Vegan Gains would never do this.
Oh, I'll beat your ass. I don't know why he's saying I never do that. I'd beat your ass.
That's not a nice thing to say. Hang tight just a minute here. Yep, everything's fine. Hey, Showcase, what's up? I'm actually reviewing this video that someone sent me, and I saw the first video. It's very minty, so I'm going to go ahead and check this out and see about this one. It's just about another vegan threatening to fight my cousin, so I thought vegans were supposed to get along, you know, but oh well.
Why does this little fucking twerp think I'm afraid of him? Oh, okay, so I know more than Avi. I could easily beat him in a debate. Obviously my position is right. This topic is important enough for you to make multiple fucking videos about it. But, I'm not gonna waste my time debating him, but I will fight you in a boxing ring. Like, fuck you, kid.
Entertain his fan base, his Zionist fan base, his Israeli fan base who are hateful and want to justify the violence that their nation is causing onto Palestine when they're over there making their little TikTok.
Oh, so this is basically about the Jews and the Palestinians. It always stems down on it, you know, and stuff. So I guess he wants to start chanting from rivers to the sea and stuff like that, you know. The great one tries to avoid situations like that, you know, because us soul brother, this soul brother at least got other problems to deal with, you know.
Talk videos and joking.
So the argument really is about Palestine and the Jews, you know. Topics of the present.
The massacre that they're committing on children in land that was stolen from Palestine, by the way, MMA gym. I don't even do MMA, but again, you don't do any.
Obviously, this person also doesn't know the history between Israel and Palestine as far as lands are concerned. Those lands have been in dispute for over 70 years, and it's been in dispute before even I was born. It's a little bit more complicated than I stole someone's land.
Anything is the thing. So you just do your little talking behind your little computer. But let's get in a ring together and see how you do the talk.
I like doing it.
Is that him?
There are many other athletes who will hear the same thing.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of stress that goes on in our lives, and that's just going to be the way it is.
I don't know if that's even him. Is that him?
Just being around people in this world and the way that I think they are, whether it's at work, whether it's online.
Yeah, dude.
And sometimes it's not a feeling, it's just reality.
What is he thinking?
Sure I could, and
Okay, well, once I get my passport updated, sure. Yeah, maybe when I do some traveling, I'll take him up on his offer.
On the internet. If you have a disagreement with somebody and you think you gotta settle it.
For many years, my cousin has challenged other people to get into a fight, and it has never came to pass that he's actually going to actually do a fight. So I'm just curious here. Hold on just a minute. Obviously, this vegan definition person is a complete moron. Doesn't know what they're talking about. How in the world does he have 4,000 subscribers, more than I do, but yet only has 283,000 views? He must be doing all those shorts. Yep. Nothing but cheap shorts to build a channel. Lovely.
Just go inside a boxing ring with them if it's that serious to you. Because again, when you're over here arguing in defense of violence,
Okay, so again, this idea is just stupid. Debate is a waste of time, but I'll box you. He's clearly not being fucking serious. He's not doing too well, and he's not good. The way he throws punches, he's extremely off balance. Like especially fighting somebody who's a lot bigger than him. I could just easily knock him over. I can easily knock him over. I
can easily do this, I can easily do that, but I never been inside a boxing ring, but I talk behind my little computer screen. My name is VG.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm thinking, the Black McLeod. He has 4,000 subscribers and only has 250,000. He does, and his long form videos are just to curse it. I mean, these are not the views that you would typically see for someone that has 4,000 subscribers, And I'll hold on a minute. Let me do this. Let's do a comparison as far as to what we actually have. So let's analyze this a little bit more. Yeah, this is just exactly what I expected. See, this is so he's basically a Black McCluck. I mean, this guy has 4,000 subscribers. Most of his videos are at, literally subpar. He's getting 3,308 views. He deleted a bunch of videos. You mean this vegan definition person, Pug? Oh, by the way, what's up, Pug? Even if he deleted a couple of them recently, it still stems back to the 7th or so forth. He still should be getting more. But it looks like he's deleted a bunch of shorts. Whereas me, You know, this is what a channel should look like for someone that has 3,000 views and stuff like that, you know. So you could definitely see the big difference itself. But that's what I was just pointing at in particular, Pug. But he seems to be like a McLeod person. Like I said, it would be minty if both of them got into a fight, but I can't really side with either one of these folks.
Deserve to get your ass beat up. Like, that's it. Like, children.
He thinks he's gonna beat my ass, okay.
Actually, the video was about fighting Avi, but your narcissistic ass wanted to make the video topic about your irrelevant fucking self. Nice try, though.
So, the last thing he wants to do is get in a boxing ring with someone like me, Kenny KO, or anybody.
Oh my god. Okay, by the way, the Kenny KO thing didn't happen because of a few injuries that I had, and I think Kenny also gave up on boxing. Like, I broke my elbow, and then I just couldn't fucking do anything. But, and with us going to a boxing ring and filming your ass getting beat, okay, that wouldn't give us ad revenue. Me filming, me beating your ass would get more views and give me more ad revenue than a debate. Just going through a lot of exhaustion lately, but my mood's pretty okay.
Actually, he wouldn't get any revenue at all. Any type of street fight would be automatically demonetized. Now, if it was a boxing match, for example, with gloves and everything like that, man, it's a little bit different, you know. But nonetheless, let's see here.
Yeah, where's the footage of y'all? Y'all got these cameras and all this video creating tech, and yet we've seen no videos of y'all fighting or doing nothing like this. So it's like, that's my challenge.
What a whack job.
When are you gonna?
So once again, Vegan Gains makes it known just how easy it is to run your mouth on social media without actually having to do anything or commit to anything. So as you saw, he reviewed my video of me challenging Avi to a fight. I wasn't even challenging Vegan Gains to a fight, but I figured might as well just throw his name in there because he's trying to pressure me into debating his little hateful Jewish boyfriend, which I'm not even gonna give him the ad revenue. As I said before, I'm not gonna entertain no hateful fucking Jewish people. Like, for real. Now, the funniest thing is that this clown actually thinks that this video of me sparring in which I was off balance, and I admit that I did look like shit in this video, but the funny thing is that...
Well, at least he's admitting to that, you know. The thing about it is that, you know, me personally, it's like working out. The problem with doing live stream workouts or live stream boxing calisthenics is people are going to see your good and bad sides, and all your haters, anyone that doesn't like you, they're going to go and snip out all the bad parts of any type of boxing or weightlifting, such if you're stumbling over a weight or so forth, and then they'll just put it on video. They do that the same with Trump as well. You know, they go and edit out Donald Trump's material and make him sound like he's a homicidal maniac, you know, and stuff. It's just an example of media manipulation. But him being a social creator, he should already know that type of stuff already.
Even though my form and footwork needed work, which I have corrected a lot since then, even though it did need work, I was still putting the work on this guy. And man, I'm just glad I didn't show you the round that happened after that second round that we had, because what you saw was the second round. The third round is when I basically damn near knocked him out. I didn't, just because he's my sparring partner. Me and that guy are cool, but I basically had the ability, once the third round came around, to knock that guy out. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't post that one, just so you didn't have to see it and be even more scared. But regardless, it's easy to say someone looks bad on camera when you're not actually in the ring with them. You're not having to deal with them and all the difficulties that that specific person has in the ring. It's very easy to just sit on your little ass and talk down on another fighter, but it's a whole different thing when you get in the ring, and you know that. But once again, you have zero footage of you fighting, grappling, or anything of that sort. You, Avi, ask yourself, all you guys that like to run your little mouths on the internet, who are all talk, y'all could set the...
He used to be called VegCaps. I seen his old videos, so he may have just marked them to private. And yeah, if that, I guess that would explain why he does have 4,000 subscribers. Anytime you, of course, delete or put something to private, it takes off your It takes off the amount of views because my channel actually has over 2 million views, but because I had to remove a number of videos due to YouTube policies, I think it shows like 1.2. So, okay. I appreciate the explanation there, Pug.
The tone for vegan athletes is you would beat the fuck out of an animal eater or something like that, like I'm trying to do, like I've been doing, but you guys don't want to do that. You guys just want to run your mouth behind the screens. You guys want to defend massacres, and you guys want to defend children being massacred in Palestine and Gaza. Y'all are disgusting, and I'm not even going to entertain that hateful shit ever.
So this really isn't about a general hatred of the. This is all stemming from Israel and Palestine, you know. And here's my thing, folks. It's bet you know. For me, you know, I got a lot of Jewish friends, and I got a lot of Muslim friends. I got a lot of Arab friends, you know, and stuff like that. You know, sometimes it's just best to step back and just let them sort it out because guess what? They've been at it for over 70 years. And there's nothing that this bomber rat can say or my cousin can say that's going to stop anything or change anything, you know.
So I love how he came out with new excuses of why he didn't fight Kenny KO. So before he said it was because of COVID-19. Now you're claiming it's because of Kenny KO stopped boxing. Kenny KO was boxing well after he challenged you to that fight, and you had months and months to accept it. And I bet even to this day that if you hit up Kenny KO and say, let's make this boxing match, he would go back into training and make the boxing match just for the fuck of getting views. He's actually stepped in the ring and tried it out and boxed a real boxer. So respect to that fucking clown for that. I don't like the dude at all, but he has more guts than Richard Vegan Gaines has. So that's just embarrassing. And again, you sit on a computer all day and setting the tone for vegan athletes. So it's like, what are you bringing to the table? Though if Vegan Gaines does want to fight, a genuine concern that he had was the weight. I weigh around 188, about 5'11". So again, his height advantage wouldn't be any issue for me. He's only 6'3", so it's only a 4-inch difference. But he weighs about 100 pounds more than me. So if that's an issue for you, the highest I'm willing to bump up to and blow myself up to would be about 220. So if you can come down to 220 or close to that weight, let's do a catch weight sparring match if it's that interesting to you. Or just forget it. I'll fight Avi at my current weight if you wanted to do that. But there's no way in hell I'm going to entertain no hateful Jews in a debate. And other than that, I'm just going to put a stop to this back and forth BS because I know that this also gets up his ad revenue, the more videos that he can review on his live stream. But I just want to clear that up, that if you also go into a fight with me thinking that this is how I still look in the ring, that was after a 6-month layoff from the boxing gym. That's when I came back. That was me after 2 months of coming back.
What is it with people that show footage of them being in a boxing gym just to show evidence that they're tough? I've seen McLeod do that. I see everyone doing that, you know. Now, me, I don't have any boxing footage. There is some footage of me fighting, but it's somewhere down in the Greenville County Detention Center archives on videotape. That's about it. Yeah, why is my cousin such a loser? He's just miserable and depressed. I mean, I think his biggest thing is that he has to continue the stream in order to pay his bills, you know. He feels as though he's stuck. He's trapped in a vicious cycle of having to humiliate himself. Although I've not seen him stream in a couple of days, so I'm wondering if he finally took my advice on taking a vacation or whether he got a community strike or something.
Back to the gym from a 6-month layoff. So if you think that's what I look like now, that was back in the beginning of 2023. So if you come into a fight with me thinking, oh, I'm just going to be off balance, I'm going to have bad footwork, you're a complete fucking idiot. And if you even paid attention to the video from when I was fighting the Hispanic guy versus the black guy, my footwork was way different when I was fighting the black guy because I had improved. Again, if you couldn't see the improvements, it's because you were simply not a fighter, and it shows. You know, even Vegan Phobic said that. I don't even like that guy. I'd rather beat him up than Vegan Gaines or Rocky. But at least he's actually stepped in the ring with someone. He would never step in the ring with me, but Neither would you. You wouldn't step in the ring with anyone. Now, my bigger concern is how they're interested in this back and forth and BS and whatnot, or debating and whatnot. But I posted multiple videos about the fact that that scam artist Phil Dimmers has raised $50,000 on behalf of what he claims is legal defense funds that's going to workers that have died, when it's really just going to fund his parties and his stupid urgencies brand.
Yeah, one thing I have to say is that he is somewhat right about that. There's a lot of these social media influencers that start these GoFundMe's for legal defense, which, when you have legal defense, you don't have to show evidence that you're actually giving money to an attorney. So, a lot of these people actually end up cashing in.
And to top it all off, he's a non-vegan that actually kills animals. He literally fishes.
Yeah, he is a disgrace. That's mean, guys.
And hooks animals in the mouth and suffocates them. So for whatever reason, Vegan Gains doesn't look at those videos and say, let me bring attention to this topic about animal rights. But instead, he wants to go back and forth with this hatred and whatnot. See, that's the stuff that does embarrass the animal rights movement, or just veganism in general, is when you have people like that who can be raising their voice about something important and they're just going back and forth about nonsense. Because at the end of the day, I don't think any of y'all are going to come to whatever and fight anyone. Like, I don't think Avi's going to come over here and fight.
Okay, Pugman, send it to me by email. I gotta send you some. There's something else I gotta send you as well, Pugman. So just send it to me by email, because I actually was gonna send you something later on this afternoon.
Me, you're definitely not going to come over here and fight me. I don't have the money to go over there and fight y'all. Like, I don't have the money to go over there and fight y'all, and are definitely not worth it. I can fight harder opponents at my gym that I already go to. So, there's that. But it just kind of shows where the minds of these guys are at in the gutters. These guys are miserable. They're not even speaking about animal rights at this point, and now they're over here speaking hatred on the children that are being killed in Gaza, and they're defending violence. So once again, I'm not gonna
Again, he has no clue as far as to what he's talking about between Israel and Palestine. As far as a ceasefire is concerned, there was already a ceasefire. That was already done. And in return, Hamas used the advantage of the ceasefire in order to perform a number of sneak attacks. But again, you just got to let them two work it out. If I was Jewish, then I would stick my nose into it. If I was Palestinian, I would stick my nose in it. But, I'm a Negro. I'm a Negro. So it's best for me to stick my nose out their business and into something else, and just pray for both of them that they get along and stop fighting each other, But, like I said, a ceasefire is not an end to hostilities ever, Ceasefire means absolutely nothing in war, You have to have the complete ending. You have to have a resolution. Ceasefire don't mean shit in any type of war situation.
entertain that. Neither of them are educated about the topic of what's going on in Palestine, and once again, I'm not going to entertain no debate with that. And for the comments of you making about me being an anti-Semite for simply calling him a hateful Jew, would you keep that same attitude if I called someone a hateful Christian, a hateful Muslim? It doesn't matter what the fuck you are, what religious you are. You can be hateful regardless. So you have to find a better reasoning if you want to call somebody an anti-Semite. And plus, I've dealt with that hateful Jew before. Like, the ones who actually follow my page have seen me deal with that hateful Jewish girl like three years ago who wanted to try and spread false information that I'm an anti-Semite for using words like Holocaust to describe what happens to animals. The same thing that you do, by the way. So if I'm an anti-Semite, then apparently you are too, because some Jewish girl who's a stupid non-vegan called me an anti-Semite.
You two are not anti-Semites. You're just a bunch of niggers. I mean, dumb vegan niggas, nothing personal, You both of you should stay out of the business of Israel and Palestine. Neither one of you are Palestinian. Neither one of you are Jewish. And no, I don't go for that black Israelite bullshit about blacks. Black people are black people, okay? Sometimes it's perfectly fine to mind your own business in life. That's what a lot of people should do in this day and age. They should just mind their own business. I'm gonna mind my own business. I'm gonna pray for my Jewish friends. I'm gonna pray for my Arab friends, my Muslim friends, that they get things worked out. But this Negro, this soul brother, this Coco, you know what I'm saying? This Coco is gonna stay out that whole situation, you know? Because number one, the situation between Israel and Palestine has been going on for over 70 years. Older than me, you know, and I'm freaking old. In 3 years, I collect AARP. That's how long it is. We're talking some baby boomer stuff here. You know what I mean? And you got these two people arguing about Israel and Palestine when you're not Jewish, and you're not Arab or anything like that. You're just a bunch of niggers. You know, stay in the place of a nigga. You know, plain and simple.
For using the word Holocaust, so I guess Vegan Gains is an anti-Semite as well. So that's just what it is. The offer is still on the table. I really don't care about Vegan Gains. Like, he's overweight. That fight don't really make sense. But if Avi was as confident in fighting as he is debating online, talking over his little computer behind the screen where he's safe, then put that same energy into trying to get a sparring match with me. You're a doctor. You have money. You can travel. So come on over to North Texas and let's just set something up. It doesn't have to be. It's not some it's on site thing where I just see you. I'm gonna bring a group of fans and try and jump you. No, it's let's do it civilized. Get in a boxing ring. You put on a pair of gloves and it's just me and you up in there. Like again, let's do it. And for their additional boyfriend, Isaac from Ask Yourself, I've never liked that racist clown. My opinion is that he's a racist waste of space. And
I've only had one encounter with Ask Yourself, and he is an arrogant dick, you know. Want me to apologize. I'm not going to apologize to some kid. He should be apologizing to me and get down and suck this big black 8-inch dick, you know. But I wouldn't even give him the privilege to even lick any urine off of it. Period, you know.
And the only thing good about him is that he's vegan and he defends animals. But other than that, I don't like dude. So the offers.
Yeah, Pug. I that was the time. The only encounter I had with Ask Yourself, Pug man, is that time when my cousin decided to bring in 2 other people to help him out in that debate. You know, it really pissed me off.
On the table for you too. I mean, me and you are probably the closest in weight. So again, all 3 of y'all could really get it. Like, pick one. Y'all pick and choose out of the group, you know, or line each other up and then, you know, see who's last to fall.
Well, here's my opinion about it. All of the hoo-ha that they're actually referring to is meaningless. This was all about Israel and Palestine. That's what this debate was about. That translates into a fight. You know, and both of them should stay out of it. They should mind their own business, you know. Vegan definition has no clue as far as to what the situation is in Israel and Palestine. You just got 2 groups that literally hate each other's guts, that have been at war for over 70 years. And I can get it if they've been at war for only like a year or 2. That's one thing. But, you know, after maybe 10 or 20 years, you got to say, well, you just need to wait until that thing finishes, you know, and stuff. But my whole thing is that anything that I say in regards to taking a side of it, it's going to offend either my Arab or Muslim friends, or it's going to offend my Jewish friends. And not only to mention that it's not my fight, you know what I mean? It just isn't. If I was Jewish, I would definitely take a stand on it, you know. But the only stand that I'm going to take as far as that situation is concerned is, you know, they both need to get something worked out, you know. Israel and Palestine, they need to clear out Hamas, Hamas has no interest in any peace whatsoever. But, you know, ultimately, it isn't even so much about Hamas. It's just about Israel and Palestine, getting that situation worked out. And that's beyond my capabilities. It's beyond that Bomba Rat's capabilities. It's beyond Vegan Gains, my cousin's capabilities. In life, folks, it's not my job to. It's my job to give advice, but in life, you can't settle everything. You can't fix everything. I used to have a 2001 Ford Taurus. I drove it for many years, but it got to the point to where I couldn't fix it, at least for a good price. I mean, even with no matter how much money I had, the thing was just burned out. It was the catalytic converter was messed up. And there was engine failure. It was leaking oil and stuff. It becomes unrepairable to where it comes to parts. You just got to move on, and stuff. You got to disengage from that particular type of situation to where you're trying to fix this car. You're throwing money at it, for absolutely nothing, But again, they've been at war for 70 years. Over 70 years, since the 50s, you know what I mean? Heck, you can go and watch the movie Back to the Future, and Marty McFly can go back to 1955, and they were warring before he went back in time. I mean, literally speaking, this generation is not going to settle that thing between Israel and Palestine, because once you've been beefing for over 70 years, it stands to say that the only thing you're going to get eventually is a standstill, but they're still going to hate each other and throw bombs at each other. And there's nothing I can do about it except stay out of the way, because Lord knows I don't want to get hit with one of those bombs. But yeah, normally this is going to be kept as a Q&A, but, someone sent me the video. I felt that I needed to review it. But, if you want my opinion, both of them are idiots, both Vegan Definition and my cousin Vegan Gains, simply due to the fact of not even understanding what they're actually fighting for, and also butting into the affairs of Jews and Palestinians when they're Negroes, stay in a Negro's place, At least this Negro is. That's for sure. But folks, we got 30 minutes left. Get your questions in. If you wish to put in a donation, you can. But make sure you smash that like button there. And thank Pugman. So let's get a little music playing. Let's see what we got here. And we're going to just talk it out. Yeah, Pug, ask yourself as an insufferable person. But he doesn't really operate on YouTube anymore. He now operates more on TikTok. Actually, folks, I did set up a... Let me show you guys this here. I got my own TikTok account now.
Oh, excuse me. I give you my liquids.
Look at this, folks. See, now I got my own TikTok profile. I just set it up today. Seems to be doing okay. This one has 2,700 views and stuff. As far as this afternoon is concerned, if you guys are wondering where I'm headed to, it's going to be Total Wine and More. I'm running low on supplies and everything. And then I got to place an order at Walmart to have some stuff delivered tomorrow. After all, the game is on. I didn't even check and see if there was a game on today. Oh God, there is a game on today at 4:30. I did not know that. Oh, that was the last music. While I'm waiting for questions to get in, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work in the background. But I'm not going to review any more videos. That one was just sent to me. So I was just curious about it. It's always fun watching two vegans go at each other. Always good mints. Hey, Gabe, what's up, man? Well, at least you're cutting down on the cardio. That's a good thing. Make sure you check out my new TikTok channel. I need. Hemingway needed psychiatric care yesterday. He's needed that for years. And in fact, he may have already actually had it, you know. Because there's always been questions raised as to whether he's getting disability payments or anything, JD. And if he is, I wouldn't be surprised given the way that he generally behaves. When someone behaves like Hemingway or so forth, they definitely need to be under psychiatric care, or they're already under psychiatric care. He's not vegan. It's just all a ruse, JD. He's not vegan. I mean, if he is, I mean, even in that particular case, he's always up to something, but he's not a vegan. Protein, I think his diet is the least of his problems. I mean, he's living with a woman that shot her boyfriend to death and is on trial for murder. I would be more worried about that than whether I have enough steak in my refrigerator. Well, no way to verify that, whether it's true or not, but me and Jerry Ward used to troll me a whole bunch back in the early 2000s. He was a freaking asshole, called me nigger and all sorts of racial slurs on Get Big and stuff. You know? I absolutely hated Jerry Ward. But, you know, I still never wish death upon him or anything, you know. And I certainly hope his family's doing well, despite our animosity, you know. But I'm going to be honest with you, because there's been enough time past. To me, Jerry Ward was a piece of shit, you know. I mean, I hate to say this, but Ward was a piece of shit. Yeah, I know. It's, you know, it's kind of alpha to live with a woman that has killed. I mean, that's definitely something that's dangerous. That's for sure. Yeah, if Blaha isn't careful, he's gonna add to Joni's body count. Well, he admitted a couple of years ago that it was at the time when he was doing a whole bunch of drugs and stuff, JD. But Jerry never reached out and apologized for all the racist stuff he said to me. I mean, he said some awful things about me, my mother, and stuff like that. And he was doing that just to promote his Bio 3 training on the Get Big forums. Because he didn't just trash me, he trashed the entire forum and every forum member. Eventually, Ron kicked him off for spamming. Because he was spamming the hell out of the channels. And he thought by trashing me that he would get a little bit of reputation and everything. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, people don't like Sean Ray online, but, you know, I've met Sean Ray. He was pretty respectful to me, and stuff. It just really depends on who's interacting with who there, JD. People think Don Long is the most nicest person, but when I went and met Don Long, he threatened to kill me. All because of something I didn't do, Of course, Craig Titus also threatened to kill me because he thought I was messing with his wife. I'm like, his wife was selling some sort of fake smoking cessation product. I really don't know what McCuck should do. He was up there bragging about his website reaching over 1,000 subscribers, saying that he had a specific formula. I'm like, he doesn't have a formula. Anyone can do that. I can go and take clips from Sam Sulik, put them on my channel, and I can have over 20 or 30,000 subscribers, I mean, that's nothing special. I can take Sam Sulik clips, put them on my channel, and I mean, I would have hundreds of thousands of views. The problem is it doesn't generate real views. That's somebody else's channel. With my channel, I want my own content to promote myself, That's how you build a channel. You build a channel with your own original content. Just like this live stream, If I'm going to put something online, it's going to be original content, But the only thing McCluck is doing is just the obvious, and he'll either get banned or his channel will never get monetized, so he's literally doing work for nothing. But it also shows that I got him shook as well, because he's trying to prove to me something that, is just not the case. But enough about old McCuck anyway. I don't think Rich Piano was so much of a racist or anything like that. I mean, he was caught in his deepest, darkest moments. And he was being filmed while he was high and on drugs. And I'll tell you right now, JD, when someone is on drugs, they're going to say things that they would normally not say. So whenever Rich Piano was saying the racist stuff, he was not in his right mind. So I'm not going to hold it against him being a racist, And it was definitely wrong for her to go and film Rich Piana in a diminished state. No quick pump, it was probably New Bane. New Bane was the bodybuilder's nightmare drug. Androgens in particular can't cause any type of paranoia, only some sort of recreational drug. And New Bane was a combination of a painkiller and a recreational drug. Andy, not really. Anyone that drinks because they're bored, that's a sign of alcoholism. Whenever I want to have a drink, it's when I want to relax. But if you're only drinking because you're specifically bored, then you have an alcohol problem. There's only certain reasons you should drink. If you're around friends and you're having a good time, if you want to get relaxed, or so forth, or if you're at a general location that serves alcohol and you're having fun, then okay, that's fine. But if you're drinking just because you're bored, you're an alcoholic. Titus did a bunch of stuff. The biggest thing that Titus did was cigarettes. That guy was a freaking smokestack. I mean, literally cigarette after cigarette after cigarette. If you were around Craig Titus at an expo, he just stunk of cigarettes. Him and Kelly. Kelly Ryan stunk of cigarettes too. That's why it pissed me off so much that she started promoting that silly smoke cessation product, and what she was basically getting people to buy it and wasn't even shipping out anything. Your classic scam. But yeah, Craig Titus, if you were ever around, he just smelled like cigarettes. He was like freaking Laurel and Hardy. I mean, he was a smokestack. I mean, He was a huge he still probably is a chain smoker too, wherever he is. Craig Titus is not going to make it out of prison alive. He's going to die in prison. People are saying that he's got 23 years. No, he's Craig Titus has 23 to 55. And he ain't getting out in no 23 years. I mean, you go and beat a woman to death and then you burn her in a car outside in the freaking desert? Are you kidding me? I'm surprised Kelly Ryan actually got out. But Titus was on a lot more stuff than just Nubane and meth. But that's the one distinctive thing I remember about Titus, is that he was a serious chain smoker. And if you were ever around him, you could literally smell he just literally smelled like cigarettes. It stunk and reeked at the expo. Hey, Athens, what's up? Oh, a lot of Germans smoke. Paval used to smoke a bunch too. And Casey Viator, he smoked. I mean, whenever I went to Expo, he stunk of cigarettes too. The only bodybuilder that actually didn't stink or anything is Flex Wheeler. Flex Wheeler actually used some pretty good cologne. That's one thing I'll give Flex. He uses some pretty good cologne. Or I think it was actually essence oils is what he mentioned. But it was really good stuff. This is why, folks, I tell people, you know, you really should use cologne. Cologne is for men, you know. Using deodorant is just not enough, you know. If you smoke, you know, get some chewing gum or something. Oh God, the Mets are smoked. Yeah, they were serious chain smokers too. I can almost honestly say they smoked themselves to death. But Mike Metzer was a good guy, both him and Ray. I'm just glad they finished the heavy-duty video before they passed away. You know, and Mike Metzer, as an example, is don't wait until tomorrow to do something today. Because if Mike Metzer had waited until the next day to do the video, it would have never been made because he died the very next day, right after he made the video. I mean, I smoke cigars, but cigarettes they're all chemical. You know, a cigar is tobacco-based. But, you know, it's also the reason why you should have breath mints and you should use cologne. Using cologne is pretty important for any man. And I'm not talking about Axe body spray. Folks, don't use Axe body spray. Stuff's nasty. The only time you should use Axe body spray is before working out. But Axe body spray is not a cologne. You know, I tried a friend's vape the other day after I changed out the filter tabs so I wouldn't be sucking on what he was sucking on. It was actually pretty good. It's just not really my thing. Bug, I don't even use the Axe body wash. I just don't like it just has a chemical smell to it, Pugman. I use a Specialized English body wash. It's actually pretty good. He was 51. My work cologne that I regularly use is Cool Water. If I'm going out at night, I will use Hugo Boss. And usually in the summertime, if I'm working outside or so forth, I'm going to use Nautica. Today I'm going to be using the standard cool water. But cool water is what I wear most often. But folks, we got 5 minutes left, so get your questions in. If you wish to put a donation, that's fine, but make sure you smash that like button. I will say one thing, Andy, that vaping is a lot more cleaner these days than cigars. There's a lot of work that goes into cigars. You got to keep them in a humidor. You got to take care of them. You got to make sure the humidity's right. Whereas a vape, you just plug it in. You ain't got to light it up or anything. It's ready to go. Yeah, I had some coffee today, Pugman. I had 2 cups. But I've been drinking more decaf these days, Pug. Now I got my little cups coming in to where I'll drop it down to 1 and I'll. Part of the reason being is it's going to help me sleep a little bit better. Bang Energy with a $5 donation. Definitely appreciate it. Your support. Bang Energy. Isn't that that is an energy drink, isn't it? This is Bang Energy. Who makes that product? Now I know why I know Bang Energy, because Redcon 1 hired the former VP of sales or something from it. Well, the name of the show is Soul Post Saturday, so it comes in the beginning and in the end. But yeah, Pugman, I've cut down on the amount of coffee I've drunk. Nowadays, I'm using more decaf at nighttime. It's helping me sleep a lot better. And I'm also using the mechanism of just getting a smaller coffee cup. Because you see, I got these little miniature maca pots where they only hold literally 1 cup of coffee. Well, Andy, Hugo Boss is a good fragrance for me. Everyone is different, as far as cologne is concerned. You just got to find your right one. It's a good cologne for me. It may not be good for you. It's no different than cigars. It's no different than wearing clothes. Different strokes for different folks. I still like my cigars. I mean, there's a lot more work in cigars, but they're gonna. In my opinion, you're always gonna get a better smoke as opposed to a vape. Well, any cologne or perfume can be used during the day or night. It's just depending on how other people take it, Myself, I'm a believer in seasonal colognes. For me, there's certain colognes that I'll use during the months of winter, autumn, spring, and summer. Oh, that's what I was going to write you on, Pugman. I'll tell you in just a minute. I got your email. I'm glad I downloaded these new hits from Braxton Cook. There's still plenty of people that chew tobacco. using some Red Man. I do miss those commercials. Those commercials are awesome. A Red Man commercial was so patriotic, it had me sitting up from my couch and saluting. All right, folks, it is 3 o'clock p.m. and it is the end of Soul Poll Saturday. Y'all tune in Tuesday for Earl Grey Tuesday. Be sure to check out and subscribe to the TikTok channel. There's going to be a lot more videos coming. But I'm out of here, folks. And as always, peace and soul.